as we go through this part 2, we're going to have a lot of cards that I picked up through eBay that were ungraded from card shows, even though basically one of my disappointments throughout 2023 has been the lack of vintage at my local card shows. But it doesn't mean I haven't been able to find anything. In fact, I've found quite a bit, to be honest with you. But this one here in particular, this 1960 Sophomore Stalwarts, is actually a eBay purchase from Greg Morris Cards. I picked it up because of Veda Pinson. He's one of my favorite players that I grew up collecting. Even though I've never seen him play, it was just one of those things where he was just part of the players that I could collect, and was affordable, of course. Here's the back on that one. Here's a 62 Ralph Terry. You might say, well, why would anybody pick up a 62 Ralph Terry? Well, for Ralph, he has a special place, as I keep continuing to turn these cards the wrong way, because his hometown is Larned, Kansas. I have family in Larned. In fact, they've named a field after him there. And so, and he lived there for many years. It was, he's their hometown hero, and my family that lives down there, and I have an extended family that lives in that area down in rural Kansas, and so I had to pick up a card from him. Now the next three I'm going to show is, of course, the 54 Red Heart. I'm picking these up as I can find them. Hopefully one day I'll be able to complete the set. It's a long-term goal of mine. Of course, several of the big boy cards in there will need to be last, of course. But for these kind of, I don't know if you'd call them low-hanging fruit, but I'm just picking them up as I can find them. Sherm Lawler. Whether these are at card shows or eBay, just if I can get them on the cheap, I'm getting them. I love this set. It's a great set, of course, as everybody knows. It's a beautiful set. There we go. Now, we have the 48 R346 blue tint Ed Lopat. This was an eBay purchase. I did not have this card. It's very recent. I did not have this card at the time I did my Ed Lopat video. I was actually waiting on it, and it was delayed. So I went ahead and did the video anyway. Of course, they're blank back, and this one has a crease, but I picked it up pretty reasonable. When I say reasonable, it was pretty cheap, in fact. So, but it's just one of those cards that you don't see as part of the main player runs, and so I was happy to get this one. And then I also picked up the 55 Topps double header. I need to get a holder that will actually fit this. With Harvey Haddix and Ed Lopat. 55 Topps double header. Then this is a pickup from a friend of mine, one of my best friends. He has 5 of these, and we went to into a card show in May, I think it was, and he brought over his Rickey Hendersons, and I bought one of them off him. He gave me my choice of which one I wanted, and so this is the one I picked. I thought it was beautiful, so I got that. Not sure if I'll get that graded, but I might. This was a card show pickup, just on the cheap. It was in a bargain box, kind of. So it's not. It obviously has a few corner issues, but I don't have very many Rod Carews in my collection, and so and again, the vintage is limited in my area. So when I can pick up vintage, I pick it up on the cheap. And there you go. And the last one in this set that I'm going to do, or this particular portion, is the 73 Aaron. Again, picked this up in a bargain box because it's got some corner wear. But who's going to turn down a Hank Aaron? There you go. Now next I'm going to go through my favorite pickups of the year from card shows, and then at the end of this particular run there was a couple of eBay purchases, but these are from a card show, local card show, 62 Banks. And if I'm showing them here, that means I paid. I'm not very good at record keeping, so but rest assured they're probably around the $20 range. So again, 62 Banks I thought was pretty good. I mean, they could be anywhere from $20 to $30. I don't remember exactly what I paid for this one. I usually buy, I'll buy several cards and then shoot the seller an offer, at the table, and then kind of negotiate down from there. But anyway, 62 Banks. Picked up this beautiful 63 Banks. I love the red color on this one. This one is really nice. So as I mentioned before, I'm on a pretty tight budget. Usually when I go to card shows, I take $200 with me, and I come home with the majority of that, because I want to be wise with the money that my wife and I earn, and still pick up some beautiful looking cards with. But be wise with the money, of course. So here's a beautiful 63 Yogi Berra. Of course, the back is way off, but again, for I don't know that anybody would complain about, you know, spending $20 to $30 or, you know, whatever it ends up being for cards, for beautiful cards. And these are, I'm trying to fill out my collection. So, you know, while I'm not all that particular, you know, I don't want to get too bad of cards. Here, of course, is a Clemente. I do not have very many Clementes in my collection at all. In fact, when I say I don't have many, I have two. So this one here, of course, and then back. And then this next one. 72 in action. I used to have the 73, and for the life of me, I cannot find it in my collection. So maybe I'm just misremembering, but I'm pretty sure I had it at one point. I just don't know what happened to it. And I would like to get one. And I would like to collect more of Clemente, of course. This one is the 50 Bowman Bob Feller. I picked this up at a card show. It's in pretty rough shape, but you know, there's no creases. It's just worn on the front. This was a $10 card. Now, if I were to get this graded, it would probably just be to so that it could be holdered, you know, and then it could be prevent more damage on that surface. But a $10 card. Now, some of these next ones you might you've seen before, but I picked them up. This, of course, is the 55 Bowman Gil Hodges. I'm getting really close. I think I mentioned that before. I'm getting really close to fulfilling what I'm completing of the Hall of Fame run. I just have one card left, notwithstanding the umpires, but I have the Ernie Banks, which is a sneaky expensive card, and so kind of waiting for that one for 2024. That will be my goal. It's one of my goals anyway, to get that. This, of course, you've seen this one. This was a pickup just a week or two ago at a card show. The 70 Reggie. Does have that mark up there, but very pleased. 62 Jim Kaat. This was from a card show earlier. Earlier it was late summer, of course, and I've shown this one, of course. Has the number written in the back. I don't remember. I'll have to look back at my video, but I think it was it $15, $30? I don't quite remember. Again, not very good at record keeping. 59 K-Line. Again, card show pickup. I love the backs on these, the Christmas colors. And then last, I picked this up in I think this Klazuski, I don't remember where I picked this up. It might have been down when I was down visiting my brother in Kansas. Bargain bin, I think. Not sure. And this is an eBay purchase. All right, for this next set of cards, we have this 68 on Marshall. Again, card show pickup on the cheap. Not much variety at my local card shows for vintage, but so you have to look and pick and choose what you can get, and that's okay for me, as long as I can get some cards. 73. These I don't remember, but they wouldn't be in the $20 to $30 range. They would be cheaper than that. This 62 Maris I picked up at a card show. Of course, it's got corner wear. It's certainly some paper loss there, but you're talking, if I remember correctly, $5 to $10 card. I bought this with a few others. I bought this with the Feller and another card. I paid a total of, I think I only had $25 on me, and so I picked. I just told them this is what I have, and the guy took it. I think it was $25. I'm pretty sure. This, the Feller, and I don't remember what the third card was, but for $25, 3 cards, I'll take it. Now this is a beautiful 63 Maris. Again, local card show pickup. I do not remember what I paid for this, but it wouldn't be expensive. And I think that's the overall theme I want to convey, is you can get cards, quality cards, for really good prices if you just look. But it does take looking. Now, this is from a card show earlier in the year, the Billy Martin. And this is from the card show that I went with my best friend, who sold me the Rickey Henderson, and I picked this up. He had never seen Red Heart cards before, but I had picked this up. I don't remember. I think it was expensive though. I mean, expensive for me, what I would pay at the time. I think it was probably around the $70 range. But it was the only Red Heart they had at the show, and it was a huge show. Nobody had Red Hearts. I mean, usually I'll see the mantle. That's a staple. I don't think I even seen any of those there. eBay purchase now, Billy Martin. Picking up some Billy Martins. it's a quiet run that I'm trying to do on him, not really looking to fulfill his player run, but as I see cards, I'll pick them up. '70 Willie McCovey. Minnie Minoso. Here's the 62. Minnie Minoso is another player that I've quietly trying to pick up cards as I see them. Not really going after his player run, but you know, if I see cards, I just want to add them to my collection. Here's the Gaylord Perry rookie. I wish for 2024 maybe better record keeping is on one of my goals, or should be one of my goals. I don't remember what I paid for this. Certainly not too expensive in raw form, but a card that I thought I should have in my collection nonetheless. And with that, a 69. If I'm being honest, it's kind of a horrendous picture. But saw this again in a bargain bin at a card show and picked it up. Along with the Reggie that I picked up a few weeks ago, or a week or two ago at the card show, I got this Brooks Robinson second year card. Of course, one of the ugliest cards. I think people agree. It's not a very flattering picture of Mr. Robinson, but I was able to pick this up. The 59. This one. Turn it right side up. And the 62. This was very cheap. This was just a few dollars. I picked this up, but it has Rose and Clemente on it, which said, I only had 2 Clemente cards. I actually have 3 apparently. So with this one, it's the back. And then I have the 73. And I have the red Shindeist. I have a couple of cards of his. In fact, my 55 Bowman has an auto of Mr. Shindeist on it. Happy to have him in the collection. Here is the 69 Tom Seaver. I picked this up, and a card that you'll see later here. At another card show out of town. I had to travel a little ways, not too far, but picked that up, and the 71 Munson, and I think total I paid $35. Now you'll see a theme. I'm a $20 to $30 person, so if I can pick things up that I think are cheap, I will. And lastly, this is an eBay purchase. There'll be a story. I'll do this. There's a video that's going to be coming out in next year. Not on this particular card, but what it represents. But it's my pickups. Now on this next to last set, this is a Lou Boudreau. This is one of my newest pickups. I'm trying to, as I stated, trying to do the 55 Bowman Hall of Fame run. Maybe I'll do the umpires in 2024 after I get the banks, but for now, this represented one of the last cards I needed, so before I go after the Ernie Banks. And this, okay, so this was the third card that I picked up from the man when I bought the 50 Bob Feller and the 62 Maris. I had forgotten. This was the third card that I picked up. There's the back. It's off center. But I mean, who's going to turn down the Yaz? This is a recent. This is a 62. Again, quietly trying to obtain more Yaz cards. It's in a beautiful 4. And a 75. Yes, I believe this was eBay purchase, if I'm not mistaken. Raw. I often worry about buying raw cards on eBay. We'll see. I guess if I never get it graded, I'll never know if there's anything wrong with it. But that's where my trepidation comes in when purchasing raw on eBay. I can't look at the card, I can't feel it, whereas at the card show I can see it. But this one seems to be okay. And lastly, on the cheap, of course, 71 Ted Williams. Pretty rough shape, but paid accordingly, so it's one of the cards that I thought I had in my collection, but don't know where it went. There's a whole bunch of cards that I'm pretty sure I had and was over at my parents' house, and they threw a bunch of things out, and they had some water in the basement several times over the years, and things have gotten ruined, so it might have been in the stuff that they had to throw out. As we close out 2023, you've seen this card before, the Munson rookie, at a beautiful 2.5. But what 2023, as I'm finishing it out here, I accomplished something that I haven't done before, and that's actually finish a player's run. So there's the 70. Here's the second year, 71, which I think is, his iconic card, of course. This I bought raw with that 69 Seaver at a show. And the rest of these I've been picking up at eBay. But there's a 72 in a beautiful 5. There's the 72 in action, an older SGC slab, of course, but it's in a tremendous 7. Here is the 73. Here's the 74 in raw form. Now this was an eBay purchase here from Greg Morris Cards, so confident from purchasing from them. The descriptions are what they say they are, and you can count on those cards. There's 75. In a beautiful 5. Now I do not have the mini version of that. Here's the 76. It's in rough shape, so I might want to upgrade this one eventually. This was a card show purchase. But for now, it's fine. Here's the batting leaders card. Here's the 77 in a wonderful 6. Here's a 78 in a beautiful 8. And last but not least, the 79. And as we close out 2023, I closed out his player run, and so I'm just very, very happy. It's the first player run I've ever completed. As we continue to look at Thurman's last card here, just some closing thoughts. And if you've made it this far, I appreciate your stamina and for watching for this long. So some closing thoughts. 2023 has been a great year. It's been a phenomenal year for cards for me personally, and I'm looking forward to 2024. More cards, maybe finishing some runs. We'll see, and maybe better record keeping skills as well. So again, thank you for everyone who stopped by and supported the channel, commented. It means more than you'll ever know. Thanks for watching. Here's to 2024.